How's it going, everybody? Doing a PS5 games pickup video today. I have two games here that I'm going to show, both horror games, survival horror games, whatever you want to call them. The first one I got, I might have mentioned both of these, I don't know, but is a White Day 2, The Flower That Tells Lies, Complete Edition. This just has some DLC, I think, on it. Costumes or whatever. I do have the first one, A Labyrinth Named School, I believe it's called, on the Switch. I had it at Amazon, $10. I had two $10 gift cards. The first one I had used partially on this one, then the other one I got a couple days later, which I got the second game with. It's a horror game, lower budget horror game, which is nice. You like to see those kind of lower budget horror games. Sometimes you actually get a lot of that. Even last generation, PS4, Xbox One. And the Switch does get some of them as well. Such as Akai or White Day. I think they have both White Days. I think they have both Bridge Curse games. The Tormented might be on there. There's like a Dollhouse one. There's a ton of them. There's like a lot of the lower budget ones. This is a pretty cool game. Played some of it so far a little bit. There's three scenarios, I guess. I played the first one that was just there. It involves these two, this woman and this dude here with the glasses. You go to this school. There's like a fire in the school. Part of it, I guess, got burned up, and you go there trying to. It's something about the usual. There's like a curse or some shit. Urban legend, whatever the hell they're going in there for. So I go in there. You avoid the cops. You get in there. And you're just doing survival horror things. You're finding items and stuff like that. Some little puzzles I've done so far. Like I said, I haven't played a ton of it. Maybe about 45 minutes, something like that. But it seems alright. Graphics are okay. You're never going to get top of the line graphics with these kind of games. But it's pretty creepy atmosphere in that first one. That first episode so far. See how it keeps going. But I do have quite a few horror games now for the PS5. I got these two, Resident Evil 2 Remake. That's the one I'll be showing. Alan Wake 2. Death Mark 2. That's less of it. That's a graphic novel horror game, but a horror game nonetheless. I think there's another one floating up there. Where is it? I can't see it. Maybe there isn't. Whatever. Doesn't matter. This is a pretty cool one. Like I said, I had a $10 gift card, so it was on sale for like $27. It's usually, I think, $35. And it went to $27. I had the 10. I got it for $19 and change after, because on Amazon, if it's like $27 and change, it's gonna add up the total with the tax and then deduct the gift card or the credit, whatever you have. So it's not like, it's knocking it down to $17.99 now. Still a good price, under $20 for this. Pretty enjoyable so far. Like, if you're into lower budget or medium kind of budget horror games, there's just a ton, and that's not even counting all the downloadable ones they freaking have on the Xbox or the PlayStation. The Switch has a lot of them too. Like I said, you can get a ton of these things. I mean, like all types ones, graphic novel ones, standard survival horror type stuff, action horror stuff like the Dark Pictures games, Quarry, Until Dawn, that stuff as well, which is more like cinematic movie horror games, is literally what they pretty much are. And also point and click elements to those games. But they're it's cool. Like, I've said before, I think this generation kind of sucks so far, even though it's already fucking going to be 5 years at the end of this year into it. I don't think it's a great generation. There's some really great games, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's just, I don't know. I feel like there's not a ton, and maybe that's because the AAA games take a long time to make these days because of all the technology and everything, and huge budgets. You can't pump them out like they used to do back in the day, where it was like, oh, here's GTA 3, oh, here's Vice City, like a year later, You don't get really that much. Even if they're being made by different, they're being published by the same place but developed by different companies, it still doesn't. There's really not quick turnarounds anymore on games. Which, whatever, you want them to take their time and get them right. But the plus is you're getting a lot of the good stuff, like a lot of good lower budget indie stuff, which is cool. I think a lot of the creativity is coming from the indie games and the low budget games, to be completely honest with you. And sometimes some AAA games bring it as well. But yeah, White Day, Flower That Tells Lies, and the second one is what I'm playing now, Alone in the Dark. This is one that went on sale. It is in PlayStation 5. This one went on sale. It was a sale on Best Buy. And I was like, let me see if it's on Amazon. Because Amazon will mirror or whatever, just copy a sale that places are having. Walmart, Best Buy, Target, whatever it may be. GameStop in some instances as well. And I went on there and it was $30 on sale. And like I said, I had another $10 one that I had gotten a couple days after I'd gotten that one for the other game. And I was like, I'm getting it for whatever it was, ended up being 22 and change. It is a little nice because in North Carolina, the sales tax is lower than New York by almost 2 cents. It's 7 here, and it's like 8.625 in Nassau and Suffolk County. The counties where I would have been buying most of my stuff. So you do save some money. You don't realize it at first, but oh yeah, that is a nice little deduction there or whatever, which is nice. And then you have states like Delaware and New Hampshire and is Texas maybe? Oregon? Maybe it's not Texas, Oregon. Maybe Texas, that don't even have sales tax. But got this one. I've seen, some people hate this game, some people love it. Honestly, I've been playing it. I'm going to probably do an impressions video on this over the weekend because somebody commented real quickly. Let me say this. Somebody commented, you should do, because on my ASMR channel, I'll do drink reviews and stuff. Like, I should do them on here without that. It's no gum chewing, just talking my normal voice. So I was like, you know what, I can give that a go. So I'll probably this weekend do a drink review and do some impressions of this. Over the weekend, I am playing. You play as real quickly. You play as the two characters here. You got it's Edward Carnby and Emily Hartwood. I guess this is a remake of the first. I was reading because I've not played. I don't think I've ever even played any of the Alone in the Dark games. I think it was the original one was on the PC, right, back in the early '90s, right. And then there was the second one, I think, popped up on the PS1, probably PC as well. And then there was there's one on PS2 maybe, and then 360 got one. That was terrible, I believe, PS3. But anyway, this is like a reimagining remake of the original one, I believe. That's what I read. Because I was like, is it a straight remake? And then I looked it up and it says like a reimagining, but it has elements of the original. But those are two characters. It's David Harbour and Jodie Comer. I don't know if I'm saying her name right. They're both known actor, actress. You can play as either one. I'm playing as her now. I guess they have slightly maybe different campaigns. I don't know if it's like a Resident Evil 2 thing where like when you use Claire, you're doing a lot of the same stuff Leon did and vice versa, but Claire does have different sections, like in the orphanage and stuff, so there is some difference. So I'm hoping that's the case here. But real quick, I'm just going to say, so far, it's pretty cool. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. I'll do more in my impressions vid, especially because I'll probably be another like hour long by the time I put that up, maybe even further along, because I don't think it's an overly long game. Honestly, though, I don't think it sucks by any stretch. It's almost like it's a throwback. It has the old school horror game feel, which is always cool, with more modern controls, which is nice. But anyway, yeah, Alone in the Dark, pretty cool. I'll get more in depth with my impressions in that video. I'll do the drink review, but 2 PS5 pickups here, White Day 2, Alone in the Dark. Both enjoyable. I'd pick them up if you're into them. Of course, they could all suddenly shit the bed and I hate them, but I doubt it. But anyway, yeah, thanks for checking this out, and have a good day.